Hello, it's Josie, your personal trainer. You recently reached out to me and told me that you smoke tobacco, but you don't believe that all the diseases and respiratory illnesses are linked to smoking. You think they're all fabricated or exaggerated, but I can assure you they're not, and I'm here to prove it to you today. Now, think about this. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention have showed us a lot of evidence to suggest that smoking is bad for your lungs and your entire body. Here, these are all diseases that are linked to smoking. Cancer, heart disease, stroke, lung diseases, diabetes, and chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, or COPD. It also increases the risks of getting tuberculosis, certain eye diseases, and rheumatoid arthritis. And not to mention everything bad that happens to the fetus in the womb when the mother smokes. The symptoms. The symptoms that you're going to have after smoking and getting respiratory illnesses because of smoking are congestion, sore throat, runny nose, coughing, bloodshot eyes, body aches, dyspnea, fatigue, and chest pain. Dyspnea just means difficulty breathing. It can be asthma, it can be any other respiratory illness that just makes it difficult to breathe. Now here I've got a picture of healthy lungs, which look like raw pink chicken, and then you've got the smoker's lungs, which are black and dark, and you can even see the trachea is a darker red than it's supposed to be. Now, it's a lot more difficult for a smoker to get oxygen to their lungs instead of a person that doesn't smoke, because the smoke or other pollutants get inside the lungs and they block off the alveolar ducts. And this prevents the oxygen from getting through those pollutants to get to the alveoli to exchange the oxygen into the bloodstream and get the carbon dioxide out. So this could increase the carbon dioxide levels inside your blood and decrease the oxygen, which could eventually cause organ shutdown. And your brain, your entire body, all your organs need oxygen. It can cause all those things to shut down, and they'll stop working because they need oxygen, but they can't get it. Now we're going to talk about the prevention of respiratory diseases. And this is more focused on someone that doesn't smoke, but it's still good to talk about. The obvious prevention is to avoid smoking. Avoid airborne pollutants. Get regular health checkups and exercise. This will increase your heart strength and your lung capacity. Now, the diagnosis for if you suspect any respiratory illness that you may have, you are going to get diagnosed by spirometry. So you're gonna get your nose plugged, and then you're gonna breathe into a tube as hard as you can, and then the doctor is going to measure how much air goes in and out of your lungs, and that's going to measure how big your lung capacity is. And there's an entire diagram of like what lung size they think that you have and what shape it's taking to indicate different types of illnesses and diseases and so forth. Now, the treatment for someone that smokes and probably has respiratory issues. Bronchodilators, which make it so the tubes that all your air goes down, they get bigger, they dilate, get bigger, so it's easier for you to breathe and get oxygen into your lungs. Antihistamines, epinephrine, inhalers, and a lot of other medications, but the most common are bronchodilators and antihistamines for respiratory issues. Also, your doctor may prescribe oxygen therapy if you're not getting enough. Now, I hope that talking about all these things and showing you all this different evidence has convinced you that smoking is not good for you. I really hope that you learned a lot from this and you decide to quit smoking. Best of health.